Namaste, my friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and I help people navigate through their spiritual awakening process. And today I'm going to share with you 5 things you should know about this upcoming full moon on January 31st, 2018. It'll be the second full moon of the month, making it extra powerful. And I decided to do this video about a week out because a lot of times sensitive people like yourselves can start to feel the effects of the full moon well before the actual event itself. So today I wanted to do things a bit differently and share with you maybe a bit of foresight for this full moon. Briefly, I do want to mention that I believe this full moon, as well as this time period in general, it's very reminiscent of last, I believe it was August, that really powerful eclipse we had last summer. I feel a similar type of pivotal type of energy right now. The full moon, yes, but also just this time in general. It's just a very energetically powerful, transformative time where you can make great strides in progress and a lot of acceleration in a very short span of time. Your life can change dramatically in a very short window of time. And what can happen as a result of that is there can be a lot of side effects to this energetic acceleration. And I'm actually going to make a second video that'll come out after this one in a day or so that kind of goes over some ways to keep your body in tune and healthy while going through transitions like this. But for now, I will get into my standard video, 5 things you should know. Number 1, it's a time of closer contact. This is going to mean different things to different people. But if you guys have probably been noticing, there have been waves of increasing contact with the non-physical, whether that be your spirit guides, deceased loved ones. You might start noticing the energies of places, whether it's dark or light. There can be kind of an awareness of a residual energy from perhaps someone who died in that area or that room. So a lot of people are getting in contact with their ET lineage, their family, through dreams, through just sensing presences in their room. And I know I've talked about this before, but it does seem to come in waves, and it seems to be kind of ramping up again to another level. So if you're having those experiences, it's okay. It is a product of your expanding consciousness, becoming aware of things that were once invisible, and it can just be a bit of an adjustment period. A lot of people can be a little freaked out or a little unsettled, feeling kind of vulnerable to the unseen forces that they're now aware of in a more tangible, real way, but it's just what's going down, and there's really no point in fighting it. Rather, like in almost any situation, when in doubt, stop, breathe, and surrender. Number 2, you might notice an increase in your rate and frequency, amount of synchronicity, whether that's through numbers or symbols or your own patterns and cycles, anything that you allow to help you become aware of certain messages. You now can communicate with yourself, with your physical reality. Essentially, that's what synchronicity is, and you might be experiencing a greater degree of that. This is very common when there are, again, periods of acceleration. It's sort of letting you know that things are happening, things are speeding up, to let go, trust, you're in the flow, things are going good, and it's kind of a natural byproduct. But it's also, for me, one of my signs that things are kind of ramping up when I see more synchronicity than normal. Number 3, sometimes it can seem that the right information that is perfect for helping us progress on our path forward just starts to suddenly fall into our lap. There are times of struggle and confusion and waiting and delays and blocks, and there are times of accelerating forward. So if you find that you're just now randomly coming into the perfect message, the perfect book, course, whatever, you just might be coming into a lot of information that is going to be perfect and helpful to you on your path towards your dreams, towards your desired ideal reality experience. It can happen like that. But I want to just point this out. Part of it was to kind of let you know that very, very well could be happening. But secondly, and more importantly, that's not random. It's not a gift. It's not luck. That's already you. It means you've already done the work. You've done the inner work. You've made the necessary shifts and removed the necessary blocks, taken the necessary steps, and now you get that reflection. It's almost like you knew this information all along, and then when you know it, the reflection is there that kind of validates that. So anytime something good happens or falls into your life, take credit for it. Number 4, when it came to me, in my head it said healing inner child, which can sound sort of, I don't know, you might have your opinions about that, but what I mean by that is that it's a great time where you can truly release a lot of old energy, emotions, patterns, and self-limiting beliefs in a noticeable and physical way. As you progress on this path, you will be able to feel in your body when you release old, stale, dense energy. And you get to feel the peace and lightness in its absence. That's all this ascension is. We're getting lighter, more free, unburdened. And it feels amazing. And though it can be helpful to be proactive in this, meaning when there's something going on in your life that you sense intuitively is correlated with something inside, some kind of spiritual lesson, which is usually the case, it can be helpful to kind of ponder it and take time to go within and sort of facilitate in that release. But there are also times where it just kind of happens naturally. And that's kind of what I suspect is happening now. You might just have like a breakthrough random thought, which is like an insight, and that can lead to a release. I've been having this a lot. I had I would say some seeds planted early in the year, some I would say core insights, some insights about myself that are now starting to really cause a lot of other related misaligned energies to start releasing because of that core realization. That sounded confusing. I won't get into that. There's no point of that. But anyways, my friends, it's good. I've gone through periods of this probably 3 or 4 times during my awakening where I've noticed, again, pockets of stale energy. I don't know how to explain it any better. Literally like being expelled from my body. Usually what would precede that is some kind of life-changing, an epiphany or an insight. Oftentimes realizing a connection between a belief or an emotion and different physical cyclical manifestations in my life, themes and patterns. I can see, it's because of this. So it's a great time for that. Number 5, I feel very amped up to tell you about. I just wrote down liberation. That we came here to be victorious, to win, to accomplish this transition in a positive way, leading to an amazing outcome. And I believe we allowed ourselves to become so heavy and disconnected just so we can see what it's like to become light again and reconnect from such an extreme contrast. It's a very unique feeling that is wonderful. And what came to mind as a way of sort of painting this picture a little bit better is when I was a personal trainer and I would help clients lose a significant amount of weight, at least 25 or more pounds. What I would do after a while, I would walk them over to the dumbbell rack and I would hand them, say, a 25-pound dumbbell, and I would say, this is what you used to carry around 24/7. Pretty damn heavy to a lot of people. Like, wow, really? It's crazy. I say, put it down. That's what we're doing. We've been so heavy, carrying around all this energetic weight, and now we're putting it down. And yeah, what does that mean? What does that imply? A lot of awesome stuff. It means life is going to be super good because our soul is not going to be so restricted. Our soul is wise, powerful, has foresight, has insight, knows the best way of going about things, knows exactly what we want, what will resonate with, and it knows how to make that a reality for us. That's badass. But a side benefit is that feeling. Of putting down that weight. That's what we're doing, folks. It can suck to carry the weight, I know. It's tough. But it's worth it in the end when you put it down. So that is what I feel will be noticeable at this time, especially now and then going forward. Putting down the weight, putting down the weight, putting down more and more and more weight. Becoming lighter, more free. Life will improve. You've done the work. It's time to let go. All right, my friends, that's all I have to say. I don't want to get all weepy-eyed for a second time this video. I don't know, I just felt very passionate as I was going to say that phrase, putting down the weight, for some reason. But that's what I feel, man. That's how I do my videos. I let the messages kind of come through, and I hope they're helpful. They seem to be. I thank you for your energy. You guys help me. I'm feeling kind of tired today. I'm not sure if you can tell. But because I have you guys in my life, it gives me at least a temporary feeling of energy to kind of give back. So thank you for your role in this ascension and in this relationship we have. It means a lot to me, and I'm happy to have you here along for the ride. I will speak to you guys soon. Have an amazing day, my friends. Thank you again. Namaste.